All right, let's dive into Bulgaria. It's a country that I think many people maybe haven't considered visiting, but it's got a lot going for it.
Especially for first-time visitors.
Yeah, definitely. They might only know where it is on the map,
And that's fine.
but we want to equip you with the knowledge to make a trip there unforgettable.
Exactly.
And I think what's so cool about Bulgaria is it kind of surpasses your expectations.
Absolutely.
It's got a lot of contrasts, like ancient history and modern vibes all mixed together. You got beaches on the Black Sea, mountains like the Balkans.
Crystal clear lakes.
Rila lakes.
Yes, real lakes.
Cities packed with history and character.
Lots of energy.
So, okay, one of the things that I was reading up on is that Sunny Beach, this popular destination, it might not actually live up to the hype.
Right. It can be a bit of a tourist trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Overpriced, crowded. Doesn't really give you that authentic Bulgarian experience.
Bummer. I know some people who went there and they said that was kind of their experience.
Yeah, it happens.
They were bummed.
But if you're looking for those hidden gems, you've got to go a little further.
So where should people go instead?
You could try Sozopol. It has a charming old town, cobblestone streets, beautiful. Or if you want something more tranquil, Smokinja, Gradina, beautiful beaches, laid-back vibes.
Okay, I like it.
If you're more adventurous, Irakli and Vaya, perfect for wild camping.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, now we got to get to the nitty-gritty, like the basics. What about the language situation?
It's Bulgarian, and they use the Cyrillic alphabet.
Right.
Now, don't let that scare you.
Intimidating.
It's not as bad as it looks.
But there are some letters that are the same.
Yeah, like A, E, K, M, O, T.
And some that sound similar.
And like P is like R, C is like S. You start to see the patterns.
There are resources, too, to help you learn.
Oh, absolutely.
Like memorize.
Memorize, yeah.
And you know what's really funny?
Right.
The head nod.
Oh, yeah. That one gets people.
In Bulgaria, a nod means no.
And a shake means yes.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
Took me a while to get used to that.
I would be so confused.
Hilarious misunderstandings in the beginning. But it's part of the charm.
But why is that? Like, what's the story there?
Well, no one knows for sure, but some say it goes back to Byzantine times, a subtle resistance against Ottoman rule.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah. But these days, if you're ever unsure, just ask.
Yeah, good point. Okay, let's talk money.
All right.
What's the currency situation?
It's the lev, BGN.
BGN.
Pretty good exchange rate, about 2 lev to 1 euro.
Okay.
ATMs are everywhere. Credit cards are widely accepted.
Nice.
But it's always good to have a bit of cash
Right, just in case.
for those smaller places.
Okay. Now, what about tipping?
Tipping's expected. It's part of the culture. In restaurants, about 10% is standard. Rounding up taxi fares, a little something at gas stations.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it's appreciated.
All right, now let's dive into the heart of Bulgaria, the history.
Oh, yeah.
Layers upon layers of historical influences.
Right at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, it's been shaped by so many different cultures.
That's so fascinating.
Ancient Thracian tribes, Roman rule, powerful Bulgarian empires rising and falling,
Wow.
Ottoman occupation, even a socialist period.
It's amazing how all these periods come together.
Each era has left its mark on the country.
Like, what are some of the key players when we talk about these Bulgarian empires? What are their stories?
Well, the first Bulgarian empire was founded by Khan Kubrat. He was a visionary leader, unified the Bulgar tribes, really laid the foundation for a powerful empire.
Wow.
And then after a period of Byzantine rule, we have the brothers Asen and Peter.
Okay.
They led a rebellion, fierce warriors, strategic minds, established the Second Bulgarian Empire,
Wow.
reasserted Bulgarian independence. They ushered in a golden age of culture and art.
That's so cool. It's not just names in a history book.
No, their stories are alive in Bulgaria.
That's what I love about history. Like, you can feel it.
You can feel it.
Okay, and then what about the socialist period?
It lasted from 1944 to 1989, and it left a big impact on Bulgarian society.
Big impact.
You'll see it in the architecture, the political system, even in people's memories. If you're interested in that, go to the Museum of Socialist Art in Sofia.
Okay.
It's not just about Lenin statues and red stars. It's a reflection of Bulgaria's recent past,
Yeah.
their relationship with communism, how it shapes their identity today.
Wow. Okay. History lesson absorbed.
Good.
Now, on to the part of travel that I love, the food.
Ah, yes, Bulgarian cuisine.
What kind of adventures await our taste buds?
It's a fusion of Balkan flavors, Mediterranean influences, some unique local specialties.
Okay, I like it.
You'll find hearty meat dishes, fresh salads, and lots of yogurt and white cheese.
Yogurt and white cheese, like why are those so important?
It's a reflection of their pastoral heritage, sheep and cattle herding, centuries-old tradition.
Wow.
Yogurt, it's almost sacred here.
Right.
Symbol of health, longevity,
Oh, wow.
national identity even.
That's amazing.
It's in everything, from savory dishes to sweet treats, and it's delicious.
I'm sold. What are some must-try dishes?
Well, one that captures the essence of Bulgarian flavors is lutenica. It's a spread made from roasted peppers, tomatoes, spices.
Okay.
Imagine spreading that on crusty bread, topping it with creamy white cheese.
Okay, my mouth's watering already. What about for those of us who love a good hearty meat dish?
You can't go wrong with kyufte and kebabche. Kyufte are traditional Bulgarian meatballs.
Oh, nice.
Juicy, flavorful. Kebabche are these grilled minced meat sausages,
Okay.
often served with fries, and shapska salata.
Shapska salata, what's that?
That is a refreshing salad. Simple, but it embodies Bulgarian flavors perfectly. Diced tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, peppers, topped with grated white cheese. A taste of Bulgarian summer.
I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
Okay, let's talk about the capital, Sofia. What can we expect?
Sofia is a blend of ancient history and modern energy.
Go on.
Around 1.3 million people live there.
I like it.
It's got cultural attractions, historical landmarks, a really lively nightlife.
What are some must-see spots?
Definitely Alexander Nevsky Cathedral.
Okay.
Stunning golden domes, intricate interior.
Okay, beautiful.
It's a symbol of Sofia. Then there's the Church of St. Sophia, 6th century basilica. It predates the city itself.
Wow.
And if you want a glimpse of Sofia's Roman past, check out the ancient Serdica ruins right in the heart of the city.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about getting around? Easy to navigate.
Sofia has a good public transportation system. Buses, trams, metro, relatively easy and affordable.
Nice.
And walking is always a great option for the city center.
Love that.
Yeah.
What about the airport situation?
Sofia Airport, SOF,
SOF.
main international airport, well connected with flights from major European cities.
Okay, so we've got a good feel for Sofia.
Yes.
But there's so much more to Bulgaria beyond the capital.
So much more.
What other regions should we add to our itinerary?
Well, that's where the adventure begins.
I like it.
Bulgaria has diverse landscapes, from the Rila Mountains with their 7 Rila lakes to historic towns like Plovdiv and Velika Tarnovo, each one with its own charm and story.
Alrighty, let's go.
Bulgaria's beauty goes way beyond Sofia. If you want those incredible natural landscapes, the Rila Mountains, top of your list.
I've seen pictures of those 7 Rila lakes. They're just magical. What makes this region so special?
Picture this. You got these crystal clear glacial lakes, right, nestled among these rugged peaks, cascading waterfalls, alpine meadows, wildflowers everywhere.
Right.
Panoramic views, seriously breathtaking. Hiker's paradise. Trails for every skill level.
Okay, Rila Mountains on the list. What about the other mountain ranges, like the Pirin Mountains? What makes them stand out?
They're known for those dramatic, jagged peaks, a haven for, experienced hikers, climbers. You can conquer Virin, highest peak in Bulgaria. It's a challenge, but the views, unparalleled.
I love a good challenge. So we've got the Rilas for beauty, Pirin for adventure. Any other hidden gems in the mountains?
Oh, yeah. If you want a cultural experience, the Rhodope Mountains. It's a different side of Bulgaria. Charming villages, traditional architecture, ancient Thracian ruins, slower pace of life.
It's amazing how diverse Bulgaria is. We've got beaches, mountains, now cultural heartland. What are some towns or villages in the Rhodopes that we should check out?
One that captures the spirit is Shiroka Luka. Beautifully preserved 19th century architecture, cobblestone streets, traditional houses, wooden balconies, and rich musical heritage.
Speaking of music, I've heard Bulgarian folk music is pretty unique. Tell me more.
It is. It's got these distinctive rhythms, harmonies, and vocal techniques. It's really rooted in their history and traditions. They use instruments like the gaida, it's a bagpipe, and the kaval, it's a flute.
So if we want that authentic Bulgarian folk music experience, Shiroka Luka is the place to go. What other cultural experiences should we look for in Bulgaria?
Oh, you can't miss the Martinitsa bracelet exchange.
Okay.
March 1st, Bulgarians exchange these red and white bracelets, symbolize spring, good health. They wear them until they see a blooming tree or a swallow, a stork, signs of spring. Then they tie it to a tree, like their wishes are passing on for good health and prosperity.
Such a cool tradition. It's those little things that really add to the experience.
Absolutely. And speaking of traditions, Bulgaria's got this big thing with name days.
Name days.
Each day is linked to a saint, and people with that saint's name, they celebrate their name day.
Okay.
Big influence of Orthodox Christianity in Bulgaria.
So if we're there during a name day celebration, we got to be ready to party.
Definitely. They celebrate with as much enthusiasm as birthdays, family, friends, feasting. It's a great chance to see that Bulgarian hospitality.
Love that. Okay, so mountains, cultural traditions, now back to the history. We talked about the Bulgarian empires, but what are some sites we shouldn't miss?
If you want to see the Second Bulgarian Empire's grandeur, Veliko Tarnovo, old capital, it's got this imposing Tsarevets fortress, sits on a hill overlooking the city.
Walking through those ancient walls, imagining the lives of the Tsars. It's like stepping back in time.
Exactly. And what's amazing is many of these sites aren't just relics. Like the Rila Monastery, high in the Rila Mountains, UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Right.
It's a working monastery. You can see the monks doing their daily rituals.
That blend of ancient and modern makes Bulgaria so fascinating.
It really does. And we can't forget those Roman ruins scattered throughout Bulgaria. Plovdiv, for example, it's got a really well-preserved Roman amphitheater, still used today for concerts and events.
A concert in a venue that old. Talk about an experience. What else is there to see in Plovdiv?
It's a city that blends ancient history and this modern artistic vibe. European Capital of Culture in 2019.
Wow.
It's bursting with creativity, charming streets, colorful houses, art galleries, vibrant food scene.
I am adding Plovdiv to my list. It's incredible how much variety Bulgaria has to offer.
And what's special is its authenticity. It's not overrun by tourists. You get to experience that genuine Bulgarian warmth, their hospitality.
They sound lovely.
They're proud of their heritage and eager to share it.
Speaking of the people, any tips for interacting with locals, showing respect for their culture?
Bulgarians are so hospitable, and they really appreciate it when visitors try to learn some basic Bulgarian phrases.
Right.
Even hello, thank you, please, goes a long way.
Good to know. Any other customs or etiquette tips? We talked about the head nod thing, but anything else we should be aware of?
Bulgarians are a bit more reserved than some cultures. Handshakes are common, hugs and kisses for close friends and family.
Okay.
It's always best to err on the side of formality. Let them take the lead.
Good advice. We've covered a lot. Beaches, mountains, history, culture, even daily life. What other essential info do our listeners need before their Bulgarian adventure?
Getting around, always on people's minds. Renting a car gives you freedom, but Bulgaria's got a decent public transport system, especially between cities.
Really?
Yeah. Buses are pretty reliable and affordable. You get a glimpse of local life, too.
Any insider tips for those buses?
Okay, this one's not in the guidebooks. The right lane, often rougher shaped than the left. Yeah, so smoother ride, left side of the bus. Small detail, but makes a difference on long trips.
I love that. Good to know. Okay, we talked highlights. What about potential pitfalls? Things travelers should be aware of.
English, not as widely spoken as in some other European countries. Younger people, tourism industry, they'll generally speak English, but off the beaten path, you might need to work a little harder.
So those basic Bulgarian phrases, good idea to learn more than just hello and thank you.
Definitely. It'll help you navigate, but it also shows locals you're trying, they're appreciated.
Respect. Okay, accommodation. Hotels, hostels, but any unique options, more immersive.
For that authentic Bulgarian hospitality, stay in a traditional guest house.
Ooh, okay.
Family run, glimpse into their way of life, home-cooked meals, regional specialties, insider tips.
That sounds amazing. All right, final question. One piece of advice for someone going to Bulgaria for the first time.
Open mind. Sense of adventure. Bulgaria rewards curiosity. Embrace the unexpected. Step outside that comfort zone. Let yourself be captivated. It's a hidden European gem. You won't regret it.
So well said. There you have it, folks, a deep dive into Bulgaria. From stunning landscapes to rich history, vibrant culture, and those welcoming people, Bulgaria offers a travel experience that's truly unforgettable. So pack your bags, learn a few Bulgarian phrases, and get ready for an adventure.
An adventure.
You won't forget.